This is the first of 6 levels of courses, plus some other specialized ones, to take you through all stages of learning guitar. Michael Palmisano is a well-known instructor sponsored by PRS. This first course specializes in answering practical questions from beginner guitarists. He of course starts with the basics, but then has lessons on other common beginner questions like how do you play in key, or pedal effects are actually useful to start with, even a discussion about palm muting. It's a diverse and unique beginner-friendly course. Let's jump in. Alright, so we are in the app. We'll go into courses and we'll scroll down to Michael's course, which is under the brand name Guitar Gate. Here it is, level 1, click on it, go on in, expand out the lessons, and you can see all these green download buttons on the right, and those are just for the PDFs of the particular lesson. So it's a bunch of good, useful information here. What guitar do you need to buy, parts of the guitar, what do you need to start off right? Good videos, we just won't go through them right now. We'll start with the first chords lesson. Skipping ahead to where he actually explains things.
Beginning open chords. So let's start with A major. With A major, you're going to see that we don't play the 6th string at all. Right? You see the X over the 6th string.
This means mute.
And then you see we're going to put our 2, 3, and 4 fingers on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, respectively. So you have. That's A major.
Pretty neat. This means don't play the low E string, an important concept that a lot of beginners need to pay attention to in the beginning. These white notes mean open, meaning no finger is placed on that string, but you play it anyways. Then green is for your middle finger, yellow is for your ring finger, pink is for your pinky finger. And that is your A major. And it's interesting because a lot of people play A major like this, or just simply like this and not playing the high E. There's a lot of different ways, and so Michael goes into explaining exactly why he wants you to play it like this to start out. So we will, let's check out another one of his videos. We'll go down into one of his theory videos. Now I know what you're thinking, music theory blurred, but he does a pretty good job of keeping it easy.
For our first music theory lesson, we're going to talk about intervals. So all the notes that we have, right? We have 12 notes in Western music. Each one of those has...
We'll skip ahead, but I just wanted to show you that he starts off easy, explains a little bit about it. I mean, we're talking only a minute of explanation here, so a very lightweight explanation of the theory. So, moving on.
So, for example, if we start on the open 6th string, that's E. There's nothing in between E and F. So F is the 1st fret, right? Then you have F sharp or G flat.
So Fret Zealot is lighting up exactly as he's going through this demonstration. This is really cool because you can pay attention to what he's saying and have Fret Zealot light it up accordingly. So let's skip ahead. Well, I'll keep playing it here to show a bit more.
There's nothing in between E and F. So F is the 1st fret, right? Then you have F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp, or A flat. Remember, there's no H, right? It goes back to A. A sharp or B flat, B.
All right, cool. So let's try another one of his lessons. Here we'll go into power chords. This is an important concept for rock guitar specifically.
All right, our second rhythm lesson, this is going to be on power chords. Power chords are 2 notes. It's the root and the perfect 5th.
Again, just a brief introductory explanation there. We will skip ahead to where he's actually playing them.
What you're going to do is, if it's open, obviously play with your open and 1st finger. But if they're movable, you're going to see you play with your 1st finger and then 3rd finger. Now, some people play power chords with their pinky. I do, a lot of people do, it doesn't matter. It's very simple. So with your root on your 6th string, it's like that, there's F. your root on your 5th string, right? Root on your 4th string. They're all 3 the same exact shape. So what you're going to do is practice.
Pretty neat. You can see his concepts instantaneously all across the fretboard. It'll help you get started with power chords in a flash, and that's a lot of fun. So let's try one final video here. Playing in key, obviously a very important part of playing guitar. So let's do this lesson, and I'll jump ahead to
Music Theory 102.
Later.
Change the key. Let's change it to G. If you look at your chart, you're going to see that in the key of G.
I referenced a chart. Remember, there's downloadable PDFs for this as well, but everything will display on here.
G. G is 1, so therefore C is 4 and D is 5. So we go to G. This is now home base. Forget about C, right? G is now your tonic. Same basic thing. Now I go to my 4 chord, which is C major, right? Now since C is a 4 chord, it should want to go away. You hear that? Went away from home. Now we have D coming up. D is the 5 chord. And 5.
And notice he's playing D with his pinky here because he's actually teaching you this little chord progression here and is showing you how to go through it and move on to the next ones, how he would do it as a professional guitarist. It's a unique take on it, but it's pretty magical when you see what's going on here behind the concepts. Very easy to understand and highly recommended. So there's a large selection of courses from Michael Palmisano. Great instructor. They work really well with Fret Zealot. He has very concise explanations and we're able to show that visually. Really neat. There's a lot more going on than what I showed you today, so keep an eye out for his next courses and when they become available in the Fret Zealot app.